Guys, if I had to break 9 again, starting from scratch, here are 5 game-changing tips I'll give to my younger self. And at the end, I'll show you a simple short game drill that can turn you into a short game Jedi fast. And trust me, none of these tips are about fixing your swing. So let's jump right in. Tip number 1, don't pull driver if it's too risky. Don't hit your driver if you don't have room to miss it. An average golfer has about 30% wide range dispersion with their driver. So if you hit it, for example, 250 yards, that's 75 yards of dispersion. Now, ask yourself, does the fairway and rough really give you that much room? Or are you bringing bunkers, water, or out of bounds into play? Now, if you don't have enough space, just club down. Don't use the driver. Use a 3-wood, 5-wood, even 3-iron. I'll use a 3-wood and just play the percentage shot. Play towards your strengths, not your weaknesses. So this way, you just put the bunkers and water out of play, maybe even out of bounds, and play smart. This way, I'll avoid the bunkers on the right and play my 3-wood as usually. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Tip 2, master your short game. You can miss all 18 greens and still play a great round. Seriously, if you're solid around the green, breaking 9 is absolutely doable. Even scratch players miss greens, but what separates them is their ability to save par or bogey when it counts. And here's something most golfers don't realize. That even on PGA Tour, players average around 7.5 feet from the hole. That's this much. But average players average around 15 feet. That's around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps from the hole. And you see this distance, it's not that close. So your number 1 goal should be to just place the chip on the green and have a 2-putt. And every now and then you will sink the putt for par or for up and down, even for bogey. And that's your goal. And to help you build that, as promised, I'll show you one short game drill at the end of this video. It's simple, it's effective, and easy to start using today. So stick around. Tip number 3, know your miss pattern. Be aware of your misses, because golf isn't a game of perfection, it's a game of managing imperfection. Now let me show you my swing pattern, because although my tendency is to miss the left, I still miss some left, some right. Now, even though I know my tendency is to miss left, look at that spread. That's my shot dispersion pattern, and every golfer has one. So here's the key. Once you understand where your typical miss is, you can start aiming smarter. Now, it's not about being perfect, but it's about being smart. And with having a water on the right side and a bunker on the left side, it's always better to be on the safe side, where you can afford to miss, and playing away from big penalties. Tip 4, own the wedge game inside 100 yards. You see, approach shots from inside 100 yards are your scoring zone. So if you want to break 90, this part of the game has to be predictable. It's not about crazy spin or perfect technique, it's about distance control. And here's something most golfers don't realize. Most wedge misses happen because of poor distance control, not because of direction. So even when your shot is straight, you might be long or short and off the green. So here's what to do. Don't just hit hundreds of shots with your wedges, but focus on your distance control. So you need to dial in your wedge distance. You need to figure out what's your length of your swing for the desired distance. So for example, this is 70. But if I go a little further, that's already 80. For example, not here, but here. You see the difference? And this is what makes you a better golfer, especially if you want to break 90. So you need to dial in your distances, your swing length for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 yards, and this will definitely help you hit more greens and break 90. Tip number 5, stop practicing like a robot. Never practice without a goal and never hit the same shot twice in a row. I know, repetition builds consistency, but repetition is for the off season. When you're working on your swing, when you're working on your positions, you want to dial in your swing, but when you're in season, you need to focus on your performance. Out on the course, every shot is different. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you're flushing your shots on the driving range, but then everything falls apart on the golf course? That's exactly what's missing, because you need to do performance drills. So pick different clubs, pick different targets, focus on one shot instead of hundreds of them, and just hit them as best as you can. And then after one shot, just choose the club, choose the target, and hit another one. And this will definitely help you improve your performance on the golf course. Because on the golf course, like I said, you don't have tens of shots and you don't have the same shot every time. You have different shots and different targets. So that's all you need to do. So you need to change your targets, switch clubs, and add pressure to your shots. That's how you actually prepare your swing for the course, not just the range. And to help you do that, here's one of my favorite short game drills for building real on-course performance. Go to the practice green, take your wedge, your putter, and 2 golf balls. Now your goal is to just throw 2 balls randomly, take your aim, let's chip 2 balls. And your goal should be to make up and down. But to make it a little easier for you, you need to make up and down with your best chip, so this closer to the hole. And your goal is to play 9 holes like this on the chipping green. And when you've mastered that, switch it up. Pick a spot, again, chip 2 balls, play 9 holes, and putt it out. But this time you need to play your worst chip. This one was pretty close, so I'll try to hit this one a little further from the hole, just for the sake of the presentation. So that one closer to the camera is the furthest one, and I need to make this one to make up and down. And try to make at least 3 out of 9 to be successful at this drill. So if you're trying to break 90, remember, know your miss pattern, club down when needed, prioritize your short game, get deadly from 100 yards and in, and stop practicing like a robot. None of this requires a swing change, just a smarter way to play and practice. And if this helped, hit like and subscribe, because there's a whole series of real strategy-based golf content coming your way, the kind that helps average golfers play clever.